Doesn't that break your heart? There are so many women who
Look
never
at it. It's pretty.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It is serious. I don't care what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's fucking gorgeous. And I'll eat it if you need somebody who like needs to just show you how lovely it looks and delicious it looks.
Welcome back, one and all. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, and I'm your host, Molly Stewart. We define wholesome a little differently here, and my guests span everywhere from the adult industry to the vanilla side of humanity. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. Word of mouth is what helps this podcast grow. So share with a friend, leave a comment, download an episode, or anything you can to help with the algorithm. I release episodes every Monday, and if you're subscribed, you'll never miss an episode. You don't want to miss out on all the crazy conversations that evolve here. That's enough from me, and let's get to today's guest.
You're what?
And then, of course, mochi donuts.
Yes, 100%. We already had a donut today, and
I
it was
know,
delicious.
so good. But I don't
I'm not
feel that bad about it because we had like a third of a donut.
Oh yeah, exactly. But
So when you look at it that way, but
it's still
felt like 5 donuts, if I'm honest.
Okay, to be fair, even that little bit of donut, I was burping so much from the bloat. It's not even funny. And I'm really, really grateful for the talent of being able to burp on cue because I felt like there was just like a little bit still in there. I'm like doing belly rolls to like, come on, get that gas out. And then belch. It was great. It was fantastic. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I feel like maybe I need to burp soon. And that's fine. I have no problem not. I'm just not going to force it.
You can burp if you need to burp.
I can.
There's no shame here.
Do you have any burp fetish peeps that have ever come across your way?
They haven't, but I.
Oh, that's a shame.
But I don't.
It's so fun. Can you burp on cue though?
Maybe. I don't know. So impressive.
I used to always beat people in burping contests.
That's so impressive.
And I didn't realize that I could make money off of this, but I was just like,
that's so cool that you can make money off of burping. This is what I'm talking about. We're selling our lives and our weird f***ing talents, and we just happen to be naked sometimes.
I just feel like I get paid to be gross sometimes, and I'm like,
I watch my live streams and I feel the same way. Like I watch them back to edit them and I'm like, ugh.
What's funny though is like it's not gross. It's not gross at all. It's the same way. It's the same way I have really bushy armpits. Like it's just not. It's not. I've had bushy armpits much longer than I have been making money off of fetishizing it. Just razors f me up, dude. Waxing f me up. My hair is incredible. Like I just know.
I would have get razor burn in my armpits, so I just got laser, and now I don't.
Even laser, I still get horrible when my hair comes back in through my armpits. It is hellfire.
Ooh,
it is hellfire on every level of it. It's been that way since I just stopped. I just stopped shaving so long ago.
Like be comfortable. That's one of the things. It's like if shaving is comfortable for you and you like being shaved, like I like to be shaved. That's cool. Shave or get laser, do whatever. But if it causes you pain, don't do it. Just have armpit hair. Who gives a fuck? Guys have armpit hair. Like, what's your problem?
I had a guy that I used to date. He just couldn't get over it. He literally could not get over it. And like the one time he was just like, well, you could like trim it a little bit more. And I was just like, are you really going to tell me how to groom my own armpit hair after we just had the conversation of like, you need to just get over it? And like, yes, I groom it. I trim it. I don't let it get all like long and what. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, we can show it.
Makes it a lot easier. Okay, hold on.
David, just cut or blur if anything pops up. You know what I'm saying. You can do it.
Can we? Oh. You want to just hold the shirt there? Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, we got it.
That's not anything. It's like not like it's not like a octopus like reaching out and to like grab people and pull them in.
No, it's not stupidly long. I trim it. It was like probably one of the same trimmers you fucking do.
Yeah. Oh, also,
hey.
by the way,
speaking of,
use code TWND at manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping.
So, not just for men,
but also for the ladies in your life. Honestly, I think, okay, so there is the weed whacker. I get like nose hairs. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it is so nice.
I can
I've
get
been
in
using
this.
it.
I can get back in.
You can do it.
I can do it. I did it.
I've
It's
been-
much easier.
I've been using it. It's so nice.
Oh, I bet.
So I recommend.
I use my
recommend the
man's.
Weed Whacker, even if you're a woman. So
I should just get my
own.
own so that we're not sharing. Maybe.
Oh,
Is that
share.
okay?
But
Cool.
I wash
Okay.
It. I
yeah.
wash it. If it's It's
Yeah.
not like I just leave my snot and hair in there.
Oh, gross. Because I don't even want to go back to using that. Like, it's still
No.
like,
Clean it out. No, we're not animals.
we're not Neanderthals.
It's funny. Like, okay, so it's cool to me that you're like from the Midwest because I'm from Michigan, and so it's like
Illinois.
And so it's interesting because we're like similar age. So we grew up around like the same time. And I feel like we just have kind of vibed all this day. And it's been very, very nice for me.
I've been
'cause
enjoying
it. Feels
it.
like a taste of home when home actually sucked.
Aw.
So it's like,
Well, I'm happy to bring it whenever I'm here.
well, I appreciate that. No,
Absolutely.
It's super cool. I feel like
truly.
it was like we were talking about how it feels like often like people from the Midwest, they just feel more genuine. Like whether on any spectrum of that, like whether they're
Yeah.
crazy religious or whether they
Or
like you or they don't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you. And
At
I'm
least-
like,
at
I miss
least-
that.
Mm-hmm. They're very, and they're straightforward. Okay, New York has that like blunt.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell it to your face, honesty too. But like, it's kind of like it's a front in that kind of a culture.
Yeah, it's like,
Where-
don't with me.
yeah, I'm
But-
gonna like front on you.
but-
and,
but in the Midwest,
but in
it's
the
just
Midwest,
like-
it's just like, no, dude, like this is me. You can like take it or leave it, and like I'm like a lot, or I might just be like a little, or I might just be like in between, or it might just be normal. And
But
like,
this is me.
this is me. Yes, exactly.
I think that's
I
also-
love that. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Winters. Thank you, Winters. So much gratitude.
I think just because of that, like I didn't obviously want to stay there. I don't live there anymore, but it's like it was
I'm weird. I do.
it was a situation. It's like I was homeschooled, so it's not like I had
Yeah.
a base of friends and it was like I can't leave them, and it's like I definitely
I
wasn't
talked
close
to,
my
like,
family. I always
one
wanted to
person
travel, but
for that
it's
long.
like I think just growing up in the environment of people being so this is what it is one way or the other.
Yeah.
That's what caused me to make so many mistakes when it came to like the people in this industry or even just people.
Oh, yeah. We have so
in
much
general.
trust
In general, because we're just like I grew up never locking the door. Like you wouldn't lock the door, you wouldn't lock your car.
dude, seriously.
Everybody drove a piece of shit. Who's gonna break into
Why-
your
like,
car?
You're
It's
not, you're not
like-
having. You're not gonna find anything of value.
Yeah, you're not gonna find anything. We live in a cornfield for f***'s sake. Like there's nothing here. Like and
See, and I grew up in one of those like really nice suburbs where it was like rich dumbass kids who need a fucking adrenaline rush and to feel cool and to feel like they don't live in a nice little safe little bubble, so they're gonna go car hopping on the weekend with their friends. It's like,
yeah, it's
you
like,
guys are fucking morons.
it's ridiculous.
It's so interesting, and it's like it's so
different,
That's a
though.
rabbit hole we could go down, and I'm not going to.
But what's cool is like it was meeting people like you, for
Yeah.
instance, or even I have met other people since living out here who have like relocated for one reason or another,
Mhm.
and they're the people that I get along the best with because I'm like, oh, like you're real, you're real. Everything is just here, and it's actually genuine, no matter which way it is.
Yeah, and it's
And
so funny
so-
that's even, I plan to home base in the Midwest because you hit it on the head. There, no one stays.
Mm-hmm.
I will eat the property taxes, and I will stay.
I will
I will
stay in the
stay.
Midwest. I will build my life, my domination empire.
Quite literally.
Killing
But no, I
men's
do. It'll be
balls.
nice to have like
No, for sure.
someone who actually stays and like gets property that is open to the industry for the people who are genuine and all the above. But to circle back to the whole point was that like every time I go travel, and because I love to home base in like the Chicagoland area, is that when I travel, I always do find myself interacting with other Midwesterners and bridging more Midwesterners. What are we doing tomorrow? Shooting with two Midwesterners. Like, it's just, and then Friday too. It's another Midwesterner. It's another person that I know. I think Misfit Studios at 29. They are originally from Milwaukee, and then Will Townsend is from Chicago. And it's like, it's really, really neat to see how like this lovely little community of super genuine people are like going out and just spreading this
Well,
genuine,
it's extra awesome
I can't make that
because
word right now.
it's extra awesome because they're bringing that to a place where people are so repressed.
Yeah,
Typically,
exactly.
Like, me growing up, I didn't get the sex talk. I didn't. My period was a shocking surprise to me.
I had 4
And
older sisters.
but I didn't. I was the oldest, and it's
Yes.
like none of
I'm
that
really
stuff
grateful
was
for
talked
that.
about.
Yeah.
It's very religious. It's very like wait until marriage, but wait until marriage for what? Like what's out there? Like what?
Yeah, what are we
anything?
waiting for?
STDs? Didn't know anything about that. Luckily,
Right.
I've been very blessed, but it's like that's not talked about. And then it's like I feel like a lot of people do go out into the world, and you know, a lot of people are like, "This is great, but I want to see what's out there," and that's what
Yeah.
I did, and it fucked me up. So it's like, you know, it's
Did you
good
move
to be
around a
able
lot?
to- oh, so much.
Yeah, I did too.
So much. Ever since I was like 18. Like
19. Yeah.
Vegas is the longest place that I've lived in my adult life, and
Really?
I've lived here since 2018. So
That's very cool.
yeah, and it's like there was always moving. There was never a base. It was always, you know,
Yeah.
going back. But it's cool to be able to have something, a piece of the industry that is by people who are genuine and safe and who don't demonize it, to make other
Yeah.
people, to bring that feeling to that area, especially where it's like you don't have to feel ashamed by what
Not at all.
necessarily your proclivities are, unless they're like, I mean, come on. We're talking about pedophilia. I know that's. Have you seen the thing
and
that's
I
going
shouldn't
on
even,
with that? The minor attracted people is what. There's this thing going around trying to call them
No.
jump off a bridge. Like, just do it. If that, like, because
Okay, and if
There
you're
is
not willing to
nothing
go
that
jump
incenses
off
me
of
more.
a fucking bridge, seek psychological help, please.
Like,
please,
it's not
please.
okay.
It's not. There is nothing okay about it, and I
But
don't
there
care
is something
what.
okay.
I don't care what provider gives you a space that allows you to think
No,
that
it's
it's
not
not.
okay.
It is not okay, and there are definitely, if you find someone who can explore the root of that for you and what it is that you truly desire, because you, like, it goes right back to the thing I said earlier. When you feel like you cannot like or enjoy the things that you like, you're going to present them into a situation that doesn't know any better to feel comfortable in it. You can like whatever the fuck you like and find other adults to like it with you. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with other adults instead of ever traumatizing and quite literally ruining somebody's life.
Because-
It's really quite easy, honestly.
Yeah, and it's
Fatlife.com.
yeah. But it's just insane to me, like that. And I wasn't even trying to get off on this. I'm
No,
like not get off, you know, like get off on this topic.
yeah, I
because
understand.
It's like, but you know, but it is a thing that like people, for the most part, should not feel shame with things regarding sex, whether it's vanilla sex. I know a lot of people are ashamed of even discussing sex or talking,
Right.
or even talking about
Do you
their
know how
sex
many women
with
who
their
have
partner.
never looked at their vagina in the mirror?
So I've heard
Doesn't that break your heart? There's so many women who
Look
have
at
never.
it. It's
go.
pretty.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It is serious. I don't care what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's fucking gorgeous. And I'll eat it if you need somebody who like needs to just show you how lovely it looks
Yeah.
and delicious it looks and powerful and like
There's
that is
no
your
shame.
nectar machine, my friend.
Yeah.
Like, be the goddess that you are. Go look at that shit.
Fucking look at your vagina.
Look
goddammit.
at it. Gape your asshole too while you're at it.
Take pictures of it because it won't look like that forever. Also,
Truly. And
It
honestly,
changes.
taking photos of yourself is literally life-changing. I will advocate for it more than it. That's literally how I like battled body dysmorphia for a good 3 years as a teenager before I even got into the industry. I was taking nude selfies of myself. It's not like I sent them. Like, I wasn't being a creep and sending them out and getting
were
attention
just-
for them. I
you were
was literally
trying to
taking
build
them
your
for
own-
myself. I would not allow myself to take any new picture. Whatever picture I took that morning was the picture I had to love, and I had to sit there and pick it apart for the things that I loved. And I didn't care if I actually loved it or not. I lied to myself and said that I loved him. And then I deleted the picture and repeat the next day for 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
And it worked really, really good. Now,
Yeah.
I feel really good in front of a camera.
Yeah,
no matter
sure.
what.
And I think it's like there are so many ways to do it, but you have to. It's like we talked about, giving and attributing value to yourself in whatever way. Like, maybe you're not comfortable taking naked pictures because people could find them or whatever. I mean, I get that, but then stand naked in front of the mirror. And I'm not even talking about just your body. When you're actually naked and regarding yourself in your true human form, whatever that is,
Yeah.
you are vulnerable in any way because your mind does go to start picking apart the things that you don't like. But even more than that, it's like you're having basically this conversation with yourself about yourself.
And your self-talk is more powerful than anything else. Like, don't manifest yourself to be ill by talking to yourself in an ill manner.
and even while you're naked, look at things about yourself really as a person, not necessarily just like the things that you
like or whatever, etc. Yeah.
Like really sit there and think about, without distraction, what is something I like about myself? Just find one thing.
Yeah.
And if you can find one thing, then
and
you'll be able to find other things.
I love this track that we're on too, because then if you can't even, if you're not there yet, there are so many people who aren't there yet and they get frustrated with the idea of like sitting there trying to scan their body for something that they like. Don't even give a fuck about finding something that you like.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Don't
saying.
even worry about trying to sit there and look in the mirror. Sit with yourself naked. Call it naked yoga, call it naked meditation, or just fucking sit with yourself naked. Move a little bit, stretch a little bit. Feel yourself. You don't have to like it, but feel it. Listen to what it's telling you, because it's sitting there talking to you.
You know what's interesting is that, like, sitting there with that and listening to your body, like in whatever way you guys feel that is, it's kind of like even the things that you don't like, when you're not looking necessarily for something, you can find things that you don't like, and you're like, oh, like maybe this is bothering me. Maybe I should be stretching more.
Right.
Or like, maybe I don't like this, maybe, I want abs or whatever. Or I should work on that. Or you sit there and you're picking apart your own mind and you're like, oh, I don't like this thought. Like I should start working on this about myself.
Whatever.
Like, but when you're free from distraction, which we're distracted
all the time.
There's always something to consume. There's always something to learn.
And we're always latching to it.
Yeah. And it's like sometimes you just need to step the fuck back and sit with your own brain, and it's really hard and it's
uncomfortable.
Horrifying. It's super uncomfortable.
It's incredibly uncomfortable. And honestly, like it you need to. You really, please, for everyone, like if not for yourself, for everyone else that you love, sit with yourself. Because
you'll just find so much, and it's like it's one of the things I always found kind of stupid. Like, and meditation, you know what I mean? Because I think when you've never really thought about like introspection and like strengthening your mind versus like just your body, like the mind is a muscle. It's like you have to keep exercising it and you have to keep challenging it. But oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. I look at balls every day. In fact, I may have seen your balls. When you spend your days evaluating dick pics like I do, you see it all. And if it looks like I can smell your crotch from a photo, chances are you're not using Manscaped. Luckily for you, Manscaped is now a sponsor of the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, and we have an exclusive offer for you. 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com when you use my code TWND at checkout. If you're shaving your nuts with the same trimmer you use on your face, you're essentially teabagging yourself. Gross. The new and improved Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, so if you shower, you're out of excuses for that marsh of pubes fermenting in your undies. The Lawnmower 4.0 features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. You can customize your trim with 4 different guard lengths, and you know what they say, trimming the bushes makes the tree look bigger. While your pubes may look like wires, you don't need wires with Manscaped's new wireless charging system. It uses electromagnetic induction, which can help the battery last longer. And don't we all want to last longer? Say goodbye to crusty pubes and hello to smooth, clean balls. Join the 4 million men worldwide who already trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off plus free worldwide shipping with my code TWND at manscaped.com. And we thank Manscaped for sponsoring this podcast.
Should we spark that again?
Yeah, spark that. And I'm going to... Can you give me...
Absolutely.
Fuck. I am so sorry, you guys.
Don't apologize. There's nothing to be sorry for. Oh, I'm like really close.
Oh.
There's nothing
to
be
apologize
sorry
for. But when you don't really honestly think about introspection, it kind of seems silly. Like meditate. Like, why am I going to sit there and do nothing for this amount of time? Because the thing is that when it happens, you're not sitting there doing nothing because your mind can't do that. You can't sit there and do nothing. It's why you'll want to like pull out your phone and check your
That's why I hate people who like the moment they try meditation, they give up because they think that they're supposed to be sitting there doing nothing, or they think they're supposed to be emptying their mind. No. It's supposed to just let it flow.
Let the thoughts come, and as the thoughts come,
thoughts are just passerbys.
But analyze them. Start thinking about those thoughts, and try to think, if they are negative, different ways to kind of approach how you feel about that. Like, because the problem is that it's so easy to distract yourself from how you're feeling by just pulling out your cell phone, which is in your pocket all the time.
Yeah.
It's easy to distract yourself with anything, even other people or pets or video games or whatever it is. We're distracted all the time. So you're not often given an opportunity to sit down alone with yourself in the silence and think. And you have to make that time because it is so important. And I thought it was silly.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's not just there. And then there's no such thing as having the time for anything. You don't have the time for anything. You make the time. You make the time for people. You make the time for your priorities. And so when you analyze your priorities, you're going to change your life.
You got to figure out
and guess
what those are.
Guess how to analyze your priorities and figure them out. Sit with yourself and think about it. And that's the other fun thing too, is like, I've really grown, and I have a feeling you're going to resonate with this. I don't ever ask for advice anymore. I like to hear people's stories of what they've dealt with. What did you do for yourself? Don't sit here and tell me what to do. What did you do in this scenario? What would you do in this scenario? I don't want you to tell me what to do. I just want to know what your perspective would be if you were experiencing this dimension.
Because so I was told...
We're all mirrors.
I was told what to do and what to think and what to be for so long that now as soon as someone tells me what to do...
Oh. It probably fucks you up.
Oh, it doesn't fuck me up.
Okay.
It makes me mad.
Yeah, well, that fucks you. That fucks up your balance, does it not?
Oh, yes. I thought you meant oh, I'm just a train wreck. But no.
No.
And
I say that with no connotation. It's gonna throw off your balance.
Yeah, and it's like, well, then I have to think about, okay, I need to recognize, I need to calm the fuck down because this is just a thing, and I don't have to. And I don't have to listen to it. I don't have to do it. But when I ask, not necessarily for advice, but be like, here's something that I'm thinking about. What do you think about it? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Not
don't tell me what to think.
Tell me what to do, basically. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I want it to be my decision.
Yeah.
And I'm
as it should be.
I also want to hear other people's opinions on it, especially people that I value
and respect gain
as well,
inspiration
and know that I have that mutual respect. But it's like, man, the audacity of some people who think that they know exactly how you should be living your life.
I hate that shit. No, I do. I hate the idea of people asking each other for advice. Don't ask each other for advice. Just sit there and listen to each other a little bit more. You'll figure it out what it is you're looking for. This comes from somebody who's actively trying to figure out how to listen better.
Yeah. One of the interesting things is one of the reasons that I started this podcast was because I had a problem talking. Because I spent so many years listening.
Yeah.
Only.
Or not being heard.
Or if I were to say something, it being shut down, it being the wrong opinion, it being the wrong thing to say. And there wasn't any room for my opinion or my thoughts on things.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten really good at just listening to other people's problems and listening to other people tell me things or tell me what is the right thing, or, even just listening to people's, problems, which I have
Yeah.
no issue doing, especially if I care about that person.
Yeah.
And I love hearing about people's stories. But my big thing was like sharing anything real about myself, or being able to sit down and just have a conversation with one person, especially someone I don't know.
Yes.
Shoot me in the head.
Oh
Like
my
a
God,
couple
I
years
love
ago,
doing
like,
that.
I couldn't do it. It was so terrifying, especially in
Yeah.
person, because I was like in a cam box for so long and it's just you and a screen. And like that's why I started doing this, because it's scary.
And it
it's gotten
created you that
easier,
space to be able to.
but that's one of the things, is you're
Oh.
forcing yourself to do something because you're like, I think that this could be beneficial and I'm going to fucking try it.
And you know what's funny,
And-
Molly, is if you asked your audience, they would correct you in the sense that you are very good at talking. You've just never been in a space before that was you talking about what you wanted to talk about. You've always been great at talking. You've always just been given the topic to talk about. Now, you're able to take those talents and put them into the things that you're passionate about, that you like to put your energy on. So you've always had that talent.
I don't even know necessarily that it's like, oh, I don't have that talent, because it's not really that I thought that, because it's
Okay,
like,
good.
because as far as like performing, especially if there's a camera involved, hello.
I just pretend in life that there's always a camera involved,
I
and
get
then
to
it's great.
do the thing, and
Yeah.
I can push myself and I can do it, and I can word vomit about a particular topic like ad nauseum. Like, it's insane. I can just blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of the things, like, especially with a chat room, a cam space, you need to keep talking,
Yeah.
because there's nobody talking back to you. So you have to like
Ooh.
pretend that you're having a conversation with them, but also pick up their end of the conversation. You're like reading what they're saying, so then you're also talking to yourself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's honestly a fun juggle. I really
talking
enjoy
to
it.
people,
Yeah.
forget about it. I would just sit there and just be like, oh, I don't know what to say. Or I would have the problem where I would divulge too much right away and being like, no, we're best friends. And they're like, no, we're not. I will plot. And I'm like, oh, this is a thing. And then it closed me off even more from that.
It is.
And it just closed down more and more and more. And then it was like, oh, I'm just this Molly persona now. I'm just a performer all the time. And it became everything that I was. And it was...
But it's such a cliche thing to say, but you're so much more than that. We are so much more than this.
We are, but it's like, it's like we talked about, when people have these things that they say to you repeatedly, and when you have a mantra
and
built
you
into your head about
believe
yourself.
them. Yes.
So, but it's fun, but also scary, because it feels like at the age I am now, suddenly having to remember who I was and figure out who I'm becoming or want to be and all that stuff. And it's exciting. It is scary though, because I feel like I'm 20 years old again, but I'm old.
But
you know what I mean?
But think about the blessing it is that you did that. And I say blessing without any sort of like religious connotation.
No.
It's just
no,
just in
a
case.
blessing in the sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. It truly is, just in the sense that like you are 30.
Yeah,
you're only 30.
I know.
Like, that's so many people don't have that little tick in life until they feel like it's too late, and then they don't, or they do, and it's a lot lonelier, or more terrifying, or spaces of people who are further conditioned
and
to not be able to reach that vulnerability with their peers. Like there's so many people our age who are coming in to that, and
but I don't come at it from a place like it's like I said, and don't like I said, don't take what I say out of context, because like I appreciate all of that horrible time.
Oh, of course.
Because the thing is, like, at the time, it's not like all of that extent was just horribleness all the time. It's just that there were a lot of horrible things, and then there were good moments. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I appreciate all of that, but I also appreciate all the bullshit that led me to actually be at a place that I feel like I'm ready to fucking do something. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think that without all that, I would be the same person. And I like the person I am now.
Absolutely. Fuck yeah. I mean, that's we are nothing but a product of our conditioning, right? So if we can take control of what it is that we allow to condition us, holy fuck, dude, give yourself a goddamn little I am a fucking shit.
Shit.
Because you fucking are. And it's true. Like that's something that so many people, even if they find that door to knock on, don't walk through.
Yeah.
Comfort
It's
zones
like,
suck.
Start.
Even if they
You know,
smell
if
like
I can
shit.
say anything, like, don't go overboard, because I've done this too, because I was like, I'm going to be super repressed and do nothing, and then I'm going to do everything at once. Like, you don't have to go to the extremes like me. Don't do that. It's not healthy. But
I mean, it's a quick way to learn some lessons and fail really quickly, and failing's a great way to learn.
Well, for sure, but I also
No,
feel like
I don't mean to undermine it at all.
no. Like, I agree, but, like, from a point, like, once I started, being on my own and being like, oh, I can do what I want now, I was like, fuck, I had all this time where I wasn't doing half the shit that I either wanted to do or could have been doing at the time, and was not taking opportunities or pursuing them. And it's like, now I just get to the point where I'm like, fuck, I missed out on so much shit. Like, I want to do all this stuff now.
Yeah.
But you can't do all this stuff.
But if you think about it too, like if you had done all of that stuff before you had done any of this, like, or gone through any of that, like, oh my God, would you have had the fun then?
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever,
It's like,
like,
it
would
be
you
a totally
appreciate it and all the
I'd be a totally different person. And
100%.
that's why,
Yeah.
life sucks sometimes, but there are fucking good moments, and all the shit eventually can lead you to somewhere good if you let it.
Absolutely.
And start taking opportunities, for yourself, and start looking for opportunities for things that you enjoy and that actually bring you happiness.
Guess what? You can create those opportunities
You can.
too. Whoop whoop.
You can. It's a awesome world that we live in now, and I say that feeling so very old, because I'm thinking, like, I remember back to dial-up and stuff like that. Like, I would have never even envisioned as a
Where
child
we are.
the idea that I'm running a podcast and also doing pornography and, like, whatever. Like, there are so many different things, but also when you look at the scope of just the internet and the world in general, how many different opportunities there are to be successful in doing things that you are actually passionate about.
Yes. Absolutely.
There are
and
ways to
things
do
that you are
things.
passionate about that won't burn you out by doing them for a living.
Like, think how
and
popular things like Etsy are, where people hand make things.
Hold up. Let's get actually back to that topic.
Okay.
The idea that, like, finding something that you love to be able to do it for a living. If all you have is one thing in life that you are incredibly passionate about and feel like you fuel your talents into, that you would ruin it by doing it for a living, you are lacking balance in your life for the things that you are passionate about. Soak that one up. So if that threatens what it is that you're passionate about, you really do need to find other, because if you're not passionate about your job, you have to start exploring other passions. Go be bad at something for a while. It's really fun, and if you can learn to laugh at yourself through it, oh my God, it's a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I taught myself to skateboard at 28.
Hell yeah, girl.
It's great. I like had this one, I like woke up and I'm like, I feel like I can skateboard. And it was weird. It was like one of those, like, I feel like I'd always known how to skateboard. And my man has a skateboard, so I grabbed it from the garage and I literally went cruising around the neighborhood. And that shit's exhausting. I literally had to sit down on, like, 3 different corners, like... It was great. I'm pretty sure my neighbors, like, had to, like, look at me, and I'm like, I gave them a head nod and a wave, like, no, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm just a lot older. Yes. Than I used to be. Oh God, it was great, but it was like go be bad. And like, oh my God, I literally talk about being able to laugh at yourself now that I think about this memory. Oh my God, I'm literally like maybe 2 or 3 streets over from my house, and my neighbor and her mom seem to be outside of the door or whatever, and it's not somebody I like know or whatever, but you can observe the situation, and I'm painting the picture for you. Cute little neighborhood, nice little yards, whatever, blah blah blah, middle class families. I love it. I love where I live. But regardless, this lovely little mother and daughter are sitting on their fucking front porch stuff, very Midwestern style kind of things going on, and I'm like skateboarding down the fucking road, 28-year-old chick on a goddamn fucking skateboard while everybody's at school is like, what is going on? Why is there so much skateboarding? And I'm like,
which would be totally normal in California.
yes, right, but not in the Midwest. Not like, why is
like, what are
you doing?
You're an adult.
Bingo. And so like I'm just sitting there like grinning like an idiot. I'm like, these people aren't going to be able to judge me because I'm just going to be a super cheerful motherfucker, and they're going to be like, wow, that person's just so happy in life, and I ate shit.
Yes. Yes.
It was wonderful, and I got up and I started dusting myself off real quick, and
you're like, it's fine, I've got this.
I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, I've never done this before, but hey, it's never too late to try something new. Have a good day. Scooted off as fast as I could.
That's amazing.
Which was not very fast.
No, see, and that's why I love your energy. Like, it's so cool to meet.
I try to bring it.
and I feel like I've met so many people in the last year, and honestly a lot of it since I started doing this, because I've just brought in people that I don't even necessarily know. I'm like, hey, let's talk about stuff. And even like outside of just the industry, you know, talk about finding your passion. To those who listened to my episode with Tina, the creative workshop, she wanted to do design, but she had a passion for art. She started working for a design company, and she talked about it, but she was like, I want to do this too. So she built this whole business out of nothing while working another job.
Yes,
working her ass off, having no social life. She's like, because I know I need to make money, right, but I want this.
There's such a beautiful discipline about that too.
Yeah, and against all odds. And it amazes me. Mm-hmm. And I've met so many people like that, and I'm like very, very lucky to be able to actually interact with people who are kind of like-minded in the way that it's like, pursue something, really try something, and, you know, see what happens.
And I've never been I've actually, it's funny you talk about that, because I will fully, like, this is something that I've really been self-reflecting on like crazy, is the idea that I've never truly in my adult life committed to anything. Mm-hmm. I just kind of make a living out of living, and I do what I do, and I do really well in the sense of my contentness, even though I'm capable of so much more. Anyways, so yeah, it's one of those things that I've been kind of kicking myself in the ass. I was just like, you know, if you just like, even just like, and I'm going for, you know, bite off what you can chew. Mm-hmm. And in November, we'll, you know, take things out of, you know, Dom mode and back into cam model mode of just like November and December. I hit like ranks on MFC that were very close to what I had when I got started. And then I got my dogs, who were incredibly sick and took over my life for a year and a half, and I just kind of dedicated to them. Mm-hmm. But I got back in the swing of things, and I was like, you know, really getting back into it after having, you know, put myself into a good home that I'm excited to be renting to until I be able to buy something. And it's, you know, creating really good balance to be able to bring myself and create the space that I want to in my chat room.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have been playing with blue.
Sorry, David. Sorry, listeners. I hope I didn't break your eardrums.
Yeah, right.
Love you.
That one probably did too, but they liked it. No, but I've gotten myself back to balance now to an extent. And to an extent though that I'm finally, you know, tweaking and seeing what it is that I'm capable of. In November and December I'm just gonna show up. I'm not gonna push myself like crazy. I'm not gonna create any burnout. I'm just gonna show up and see what happens. And I was able to hit ranks that I had never hit before, and it was cool. It was really neat. I was like, and it's no like insane ranks or anything. Like I don't compare myself
to any. You see yourself being successful in your comfort zone.
The only thing that I really compare myself is to what I've been able to do in the past, and I don't really care about anything else. So it was neat to see. And like when I was sitting there chatting with my regulars and whatnot, I was like, damn, I've never like considered running for rank before, because I've never been the kind of person who felt like I was in a space to be able to commit to that. And I kind of like looked around at what I was doing with this this amount of balance. I'm like, shit, dude, I think I'm gonna run for rank. Why the fuck not run for rank?
Hell yeah.
So January, I've been keeping it chill. I came out here, all the above. I'm like, guys, save your tokens. February 2nd is my birthday, and we kick things off like crazy.
That's exciting.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. But like, I literally like made a little kitchenette for myself, and it's that level of commitment of like, I am going to actually fucking stay online every fucking day for those extended periods of time to be able to qualify for running, like, say that you're running for rank. And it doesn't matter what rank I land at.
It's the fact that you stay committed to something.
Yeah, and I like literally kept my entire, I've never kept an entire month open. What?
You're like, God forbid.
And I'm not traveling for my birthday? What?
Excuse me.
Who am I? But it's like thrilling. It's like, fuck, I know I'm capable. And it's just 1 month.
Yeah.
It's easy. And like so many people are probably just like, Jesus, bitch, like you can't fucking lock yourself down for 1 month to commit to something. No, I can. I'm a manic little piece of shit sometimes who's just like, no, I have this new idea and that's going to take my energy.
Yeah. Getting distracted. I like to have like so many projects and ideas, or I just have ideas that I want to start projects for. And I have so many unfinished projects.
That's why when you talk about your friend that you had, it's just like, oh God, I admire that so much. And I appreciate hearing other people's stories, not gaining advice from people, but just hearing other people's stories and being like, shit, dude, yes, that's the reminder I needed, that if I just lock myself down a little bit towards whatever it is that I want to focus my energy into, it's going to set myself back up.
Like small goals.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Realistic.
Like, not MSC goals, but like small goals.
Just realistic goals. Absolutely.
Something
Analyze
small.
Your habits.
Yeah.
That's what, I mean, people ask me what my New Year's resolution this year was, and it's like, I'm just gonna analyze the fuck out of my habits, because I know I have some old ones that no longer serve me, and I know I've got some new ones that I really don't want to continue. No more breaking things. No more violence against anything except the things that are paying me to take out my violence on them.
Yeah, because we should always be paid for what we love.
Ain't that the truth?
I freaking love it.
Makes me so happy.
Oh, God.
It's a beautiful world.
My dear, would you like to grab some food?
Yes, I'm hungry.
Oh, my God. All right, so why don't you plug yourself, because we haven't done that, and let people know where they can find you on the socials.
All that fun stuff. I always forget that's the part of the world I exist in now.
Gotta promote yourself.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so I am Sam, real life as well as cam life and all the other fun stuff. You can't hire me as a dom, sorry. You'd have to throw a lot of fucking money at me to even have that conversation. A lot.
Like, just to have the conversation.
Just to have the fucking conversation. I don't waste my fucking time with people who can't show the fact that they are willing to tribute. I have people who send me goddamn Louboutins and like money for marriage counseling. It's great. But regardless, anyways, yeah, so socials, all that fun stuff. God damn it. Where do you find me? My Instagram is Say Goodbye Sam, because more than likely it's going to get deleted again. So we might as well be able to say goodbye.
Say goodbye now. Say hello later.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I just goodbye this time if they delete me again. So it's like you hit the, whatever.
Twitter is a happier place, more supportive.
Yes.
You have Twitter?
And Twitter she is Sam I Am.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, she is Sam I Am. That one's an easy one. That was my original Instagram.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
the OG.
Been all matchies.
I know.
So sad. It sucks too, because once you make the name, you can never get it back.
No, and it's like, if you delete me, at least give me my fucking name back, you dickwads.
Yeah. That's fine.
Like, you can take all of my content that went against your terms. I get it. I know. I'm soliciting. Excuse me for all the like weird noises. I promise I know how to be sexy.
Girl, I make weird noises all the time, just like in one of my live streams sometimes.
Oh, seriously. Okay. Live streams, Sam Cam, MFC. Yeah, Sam Cam on MFC. She _is _Sam on OnlyFans. And if you throw in dashes instead of underscores, you get my free one. That was that only fans free meditation page, Space for Balance.
So check out the hugging video if you
but
would
if-
like to repeat.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to go to the other site, there's like a plethora of fucking milky, creamy cumminess,
Ooh,
as well as other
delicious.
things. Yeah, that's the underscores one, not the dashes. The dashes is the space for balance. The underscores is the
The undercarriage.
unders. It's like, I don't know. I'm so happy you came up with a word because I was just like, I don't fucking know.
Unders.
The unders.
Well, thank you once again for listening. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed for every subscriber.
Yeah.
There's another subscriber, which is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And word of mouth helps the podcast grow. So if you want to share with a friend, please leave a comment, leave a like, leave a rating, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, sounds good. If I jumbled all of my words there, allmylinks.com/she is
It's
I
okay.
am will get you
We'll
there.
put it up on the green screen. You just send me the socials, and David will put it right there. Thank you.
Thanks, David.
He's a sweetheart.
All right, hold up. Group hug.
Group hug.
Bye,
Group
guys.
hug to end the show.
Love
You're
y'all.
worth it.
You really are.
You're so fucking worth it.
I am too.
Bitch.
Oh, I was waiting for you to give yourself some self-affirmation there.
You have big feet.
That works.
See you next week.
Bye.